Hey everybody, it's Greg Rice. We're here at Nexus's headquarters in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And so you have an illegal apartment in your property, or you have an old apartment that has been decommissioned and no longer in use, and you want to re-rent it. You want to get it back on the books producing cash flow because, hey, it's already in the building. Not so fast. Alrighty? So here's what's going on. A lot of things will be happening. And I just dealt with this actually. Property in East Providence, as a matter of fact. And I didn't even know what the heck was going on until the city came in and dropped the hammer on me. So here's the situation. I own a building in East Providence and it's 6 units. Okay? One of those units was an old storefront. Back decades ago, it was a barber shop, something like that. When I bought the property, okay, that unit was being lived in as a residence. Okay, so the tenant that was in there was living there. They were showering, they were cooking, they were doing all the things that you do in your apartment. So when he moved out, I went in, I cleaned it up, renovated, improved, spruced things up, new appliances, etc., and I re-rented it. Okay, so after that happens, a couple months later, I get a notice in the mail from the city that I have an illegal apartment. This is a commercial unit. It can't be used as a residence. So I said, okay, didn't know that. Good to know. So I said, what do I have to do to make that a legal apartment? And the city pretty much said, number one, you're going to need to have a survey done of the property. Number two, you're going to need an architect to give you existing conditions, meaning what the building is now structurally, the dimensions, the floors, the space, etc. Number three, you're going to need to fill and complete a zoning variance application and go before the city requesting this change from a commercial to a residential. And if and when it's approved, I will then need to do all types of structural renovations to make this unit now comply with residential code versus commercial code. So, in a nutshell, survey, couple thousand, architect, couple thousand, lawyer for the zoning application, easy couple thousand, renovations, construction costs, couple thousand, maybe more. And that's all maybe, until the city comes in and says, all right, we're going to stamp this, we approve this, this is good to go. And in the middle of that, they said, well, at this point, you don't have a fire safety system that's up to code. So regardless of what you're going to do here, or if you're approved or denied, you need a new fire safety system. So I put that in, that was $30,000. Okay, so what happens here is that I get thrown through the ringer, and so could you, unless you do your due diligence on the front end, okay? Or maybe not buy that property, or maybe not even choose to do the conversion, just leave it alone, because the cost-benefit analysis could show you can spend $40,000 to rent a $1,000 apartment. When will those cross? When's that cross section? 4 years, 5 years at best. What you should take from this video is that if you do have this apartment, it's vacant, feel around first. Get an attorney that specializes in your specific town or city with zoning and planning, so they can say, all right, let me take a look at this, or maybe I have a contact at the town or city I can bounce this off to see what their thought is. Because I could get knocked out of the box based on my lot square footage, or not enough parking for this amount of units, etc. So there's a lot of variables, there's a lot of gray area, but for certain, one thing's for certain, there's a lot of time and money that I'm going to go through, that you will go through for this risk, for this gamble, if you will. So any suggestions, any feedback, throw them in the comment section below. We'll get right back to you. Once again, Greg Rice from Nexus Property Management, your property managed.